What kind of reception did you get? I got a letter from him the other day. We got permission from the city council to start building. I got a sudden pain in my left eye. I get a horrible stomachache before every audition. Recently, I have been getting a serious pain on my left side. He got 10 years for the lesser crime of conspiracy to murder. I got a ticket for reckless driving. That was technically the punishment they should have gotten. I might be getting the flu. She eats standing up and then gets indigestion. I hope I don't get the flu this winter. Did you get tickets for the game? Where did you get that wonderful carpet? They had to stop and get some gas. I think nurses should get more. Helen only gets $6 an hour. I'll bet you could get at least $50 for the painting. Where did you get this story? I need to get some details from you about the accident. You'll have to get the details from him. I need all the sleep I can get. He got a teaching job in California. The program usually gets a high rating. Get another chair. I'll get you a drink. She went and got a photograph from the desk. Celia went to the kitchen to start getting their dinner. It's time to start getting dinner. Only come out in the early morning when no one is up to get breakfast. You get kids throwing bricks at windows all the time. We still get people who have no interest. For someone used to the tiny creatures we get in England, it was something of a shock. I got a taxi across to Baker Street. He usually tries to get the 9:03 train. It's easiest if you get a taxi from the station. Add 3 plus 9 plus 3 to get 15. In the limit, we get that the sum is exactly equal to the area. He drew pictures instead of making calculations and somehow got the right answers. You can get me at home if you need me. She called him at home but got his wife instead. It's okay, I'll get it. I'll get the door. He'd got thinner. It's getting late. You'll get used to it. I need to get my hair cut. The cat got drowned. He got robbed at gunpoint in Mexico. Tracy's bike got stolen in Vancouver. I can't remember if the cat got fed that morning. Get the form signed by a doctor. I'll get the children dressed. He got his suit all dirty. Let's get you completely ready to go before we call a cab. They got her to sign the consent form. I'll get Andrew to give you a call. She couldn't get them to understand what she was saying. If we could only get him to try harder. He got to try out a few of these nice new cars. Her brothers went out a lot, but Lisa never got to go. Did you get to visit the Vietnam Memorial? I got to meet him firsthand. We got talking one evening. This is now getting to be fun. Let's get moving. Nigel got home very late. He hadn't got very far with the book yet. Blaine's mom was just getting home from work. She got into the car. She forgot her keys and got into the house through the window. You don't want to get into debt. And when kids get into trouble, whose fault is it? She had to get them away from the rocks. Let's get you home. How are we going to get the animals across the river? How far did you get with your homework? I got to page 100 of this book before I understood what was going on. Things are getting to the point where we can't stand to be in the same room. The police have got him. It wasn't the dog that got him, It was a man, police said. The police need to get the person who did this. You got me in the eye. I got him on the neck, but it was a lucky shot. I was going to get him in the nose. I'll get you for this. You little rat, I'll get you for that. Wait until Dad comes home, then you'll get it. What a waste when somebody gets it and it ain't even their fault. I'll get mine, you'll get yours, we'll all get wealthy. You will get yours when you least expect it. He will get his when the time comes. Cleaning the same things all the time, that's what gets me. What really gets me is how insipid the parents are. What gets me is the way he's so smug all the time. She had got me there. I could not answer. What is an annuity? No, you got me there. You got me there, buddy. What do you mean? I don't get it. Perhaps he got what I meant. Perhaps he did not. I don't have a family. You get it? It's almost a revolution. Get me? Oh, I get it now.
We went back to work after the break. Go back to your seat. We didn't think he'd go back to his wife after everything that's happened. I'd like to go back to what Abby was saying just a minute ago. That restaurant was terrible. I'm never going back there again. Do you think you'll go back to London? When do you go back to school? Let's go back to the beginning and start again. My interest in the subject goes back many years. Some of these houses go back to the early 19th century. Just hold on, everything will work out in good time. If you will just hold on, everything will probably be all right. If only they could hold on a little longer. You just have to hold on until the ambulance arrives. Our organization has managed to hold on through some hard times. We'll hold on another minute, then we'll have to go. Can you hurry up in the bathroom? I can't hold on much longer. Hold on a minute, I'll be right back. Hold on, I'll be with you in a moment. The operator asked me to hold on while processing my request. Now hold on a minute, I never said that. I held on to the ledge until someone could pull me to safety. You should hold on to the railing when you walk down the stairs. Hold on to your hat in this wind. The early Christians held on to their beliefs despite strong opposition. I can still hold up my hand and ask the teacher. Hold up your hand. She held up her hand for silence. Her legs were almost too shaky to hold her up. We needed something to hold the net up out there in the middle of the traffic circle. The pillar is holding up the roof. Sorry I'm late, but my train was held up. She got held up at work. We were held up by the traffic. I was held up at the office. We were held up for 3 hours. I was held up by the terrible traffic and arrived half an hour late for my appointment. An armed raider held up the village store last week. 2 armed men held up the bank in High Street this morning and got away with £75,000. I think he is capable to hold up a bank. There were fears that her ankle might not hold up for the competition. Prices had held up well until late 1997. How are you holding up with all the work? I was going to say something, but I forgot it. I knew you were going to go to the party. I told you he was going to come to the party. Jane said Sam was going to bring his sister with him, but he came alone. I had a feeling that the vacation was going to be a disaster. I knew you were not going to go to the party. I thought Sally was going to make a beautiful dinner. I always knew that regardless of anything, I was going to go to college. I was going to do that, but I gave up. She was going to tell me something nobody else knew. I would like to go to Japan next year, if possible. I would like a cup of coffee, please. I would like something to eat. I would like a little help with the problem I am facing. I'd like you to start cleaning the room right away. Sue, I'd like you to meet my brother, Bill. I'd like to speak another language. I'd like a little water, please. I'd like to work abroad. I'd like to move out of this place.